Good morning, Mr. Whitfield. Mrs. Whitfield. That's your place. As you can tell, it's pretty dang cold. There's still ice on the roof. There's some definite problems going on up here. Plus, I see this ridge had been replaced with some roll of the roofing. It must have leaked, like most double wides do if they're not done properly. Get you some new boots on this thing. It doesn't seem to have any. Yep. Day one. Cold as heck. This is what it looks like behind the gutter. That fascia board is going to have to be replaced. So the drip edge will have to come off. Replace that fascia all the way down, because it's the same way all the way down, and that's why the gutter's falling off the house. So that's what I'll be showing you. I'm talking to you here on the phone about it in a minute. All right. We got the shingles off over here in this corner here. This is the driveway side, right here, looking up. And what we found is a lot of rotten wood. This area rotten down through here. So what's going to have to happen is this edge is going to have to be replaced all the way from the bottom, obviously, because it doesn't stop here. Which no problem. It looks terrible, but it can be fixed. All the way from the bottom to the top on this side, because it's basically the same thing all the way down through here. Now, another thing that we have to look at, while I've got the camera on, I might as well get to it. We need to add some fascia board on this side over here. Number one, on this end, it's rotted. As I showed you earlier in the video, you have just rotten fascia board. This piece of metal right here never did go up underneath this drip edge, is where it should have went if they were going to have drip edge on here. If not, it needs to go up, at least up under to the shingle. So I want to recommend removing this. Taking this here and continuing it up here past this. But before we can do that, we need to replace this fascia board that's rotted. Maybe not all the way. I can only tell from what I can see right here, but we'll find out exactly what it is by tomorrow. Okay. She's runt here. Not to replace that. All right, one more time. This is the edge that I'm talking about, and the wood is just rotted. So we're going to go ahead and take this whole back. Of course, we have to come back. To stagger it here. So we're going to stagger a couple times back, and I'll show you that in the video as it's finished. Everywhere. See this right here? This is behind the gutter. Looking behind the gutter, and then that piece of metal that they ran up right there for a fascia that kind of sticks out the bottom of the gutter is full of nuts, shells, and all kinds of stuff. And that piece of metal right there that I have my finger on should have came up all the way up here and went underneath this piece of metal right here. If that had been the case, you wouldn't have this problem right here where it's full of nuts down in there. So that's going to come off. A new piece made and run up underneath the drip. This is on the front. Seen a minute ago was in the back. This is the front where you get your hooks holding up your stuff. You notice that this right here is brown. That's the fascia board. The fascia board, what you're supposed to be looking at is this white gets bent right here up and around all the way up to underneath the gutter edge, drip edge. And it's not been done like that, so that's what's going to have to happen. Everywhere where they put these nails in through this wood, it just got wet, and that gave the water a place to go. And what happens is it just rotted out around that hole, and that's why you had to put these chains or pieces of metal on here to hold the gutter up. That's why it was falling, because it got wet. Okay. All right, on this chimney, now that we've got the tar all torn away from it, look down here, I noticed that we have a big old gaping hole where it's rusted. It's rusted and it's getting apart. That's what probably why somebody been putting this tar right here so bad to start with. So I'm gonna see if I can find one of these this afternoon.